Caravan Sandwitch uses nostalgia to invoke emotions in the player. And here's how. Caravan Sandwitch, made by the French studio Plain Toast, is a cozy, open-world exploration indie game with a lot of heart. Few games can make me sentimental like Caravan Sandwich has, so let's see what it does to make that happen. Seg comes back to her home planet Siaglo looking for her sister, Garance, who set out a distress signal after 6 years missing. While Seg, the player character, is exploring some ruins around the beginning area of the game, you come across this string of dialogue.
When I was young, I was small enough to squeeze between these bars. Hopefully, I've learnt more about electronics since then. Back then, I enjoyed hiding in among these pipes. I would come here to seek refuge when I was sad or when I was fed up with my parents. Dad and Pop did not enjoy that though. Everybody else was too big to come and look for me here. One time, Rose managed to convince me to come out. She promised to make my favorite cake. It wasn't the cake that brought me out in the end though. Rather, it was that I simply didn't want to disappoint her. I later learned that the terrorist storm was cooking up some acid rain. The whole village was panicking because they couldn't find me. Kids.
This scene is just wow. It's simple, sweet, it builds Sage's character, and the way it's delivered just left me awestruck. I played this game late at night, and with the right mood, this game's themes were palpable, so let me set the stage for you. Almost midnight after a long day at work, a light rain outside, holed up in a blanket with a cozy game and cozy music, and in the silence, except for the rustle of wind and sand, you read Sage's story, feeling the way she feels, reminiscing of the same nostalgia she is. Up until this point, we know nothing except Garance has been missing for 6 years, almost. To build a character knowing you may never meet them is a storytelling device done many times, but has never been of this quality.
Garance and Nefli used to come here often when I was little. How nice it is to be grown up. Now I can come here whenever I want. Wow. What a nice view. I wonder how it is to live in Estella as a teenager. With all the people who left, it got way less interesting. My goodness, it's better equipped than before. Nefli and Garance used to come here often for some alone time.
Garance and Nefli were clearly something insinuated in the story and how Nefli talks about her. But the subtlety in the dialogue and the world building in Caravan Sandwich is in a tier of its own. With today's triple and quadruple A games becoming duller and duller, indie games like these are becoming more and more moving and heartfelt experiences. Much better than what AAA and quadruple A developers are giving us these days. This is all because indie games actually make us feel emotions.
Oh, this is a Rientos grave. When the Rientos choose to die, they set off into the desert to bury themselves. That means their memories can be passed on to future generations. Sometimes there are small mushrooms growing nearby. It is customary to pick them and feed them to the young Tentos. I've got to watch where I'm stepping. The cave! I used to come here when I was little. We partied so many times with Garance, Fuscus, and Nefli. Rientos do not die of age. They grow a little in size every year. This one really is the oldest. They have become so large that their vocal cords emit infrasound when they speak. I remember they said this would happen. Just a few years ago, they could still speak with humans. Apparently, they moved in here to protect the memory of the Rientos. It's a shame. If I was born only a few years earlier, I would have been able to talk to them. Maybe they remember Garrett. She used to come play music here often. Oh my. There used to be people living here before. I think they were members of Yuka's family. I wonder what became of them. I remember that their house always smelled strongly of lavender. Maybe the smell stuck around. Yuka is the last of her family here. Some days must be quite difficult for her. But she is kind of like a big cousin to me. I regret not keeping in touch with her more at Space City.
Rientos choose to die for the young in their family, and grow old and larger to protect the memories of their kind, but Sig was born too late to experience the other Rientos' wisdom. She regrets that fact, just as she regrets not staying in contact with everyone. There's a quote that I think fits extremely well here. As the Rientos choose to die, a society grows great when old men plant trees, the shade of which they will never sit in. And for having missed what she'd rather have been here for, she has anemia, the nostalgia for something you never had. To talk to the elder Riento, missing out on Yuka's family, these are all feelings many people can relate to, and can feel alongside with a character of a story. That's why Caravan Sandwich can move a player so well. Caravan Sandwich used an amazing setting and told a story so well that its characters and plot enveloped me as much as a movie or a good book. This small indie game is probably one of the best small studio games I've played in a while, and one of the most moving games I've played since Life is Strange or RE8. With a beautiful atmosphere and great world building, this game's dialogue still stands to me as its most defining feature. Using Seg's thoughts to invoke emotions in the player through nostalgia and memories, this game's going down on my list of favorite games for a long time to come. If you can, give this game a try. It is well worth that $25 price point and well worth its experience. This has been Longform Fools. Thanks for watching. Woxxie.